Yeah, we took the day off. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Done.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna.
I guess that's this, right? Kelly. He's so proud of me.
Daughter's name? Louisa. Thank you.
Reception.
Okay.
And Taylor's trucks.
Thank you.
Left one more time. Nice and tight, guys.
Nice and tight.
A little political now. Come on.
A lot of time listening to the process.
Someone once said, the more praise a man is willing to take, the less he probably deserves. Whoever said that must have been insane. No, that's not what. Whoever said that must have had the ever reluctant and as such deeply deserving recipient of tonight's honorary Oscar award in mind. Peter O'Toole was nominated for the Oscar. He was nominated for the Oscar for Best Actor a lucky 7 times, and like many of our best, was overlooked on every occasion. He was overlooked but far from unnoticed, bursting on the screen. On a screen that could barely contain him, he played the title role in David Lean's magnificent Lawrence of Arabia with fierce grace and extraordinary ease. Noel Coward remarked on this accomplishment, "If you had been any prettier, it would have been Florence of Arabia." Classically trained, he returned to the stage again and again. He played 50 roles in 4 years at the Old Vic alone, and he was one of the great Hamlets. He was also well cast as kings in a dazzling array of film performances. After playing Henry II in Beckett opposite his friend, Richard Burton, he reprised the role opposite Katharine Hepburn in The Lion in Winter. Even real kings don't get a second chance like that. He's had a strong run of gentlemen with titles and delusional dreamers in such films as Man of La Mancha and Caligula, Man Friday and Lord Jim, Svengali and The Last Emperor. In The Ruling Class, he plays a man who thinks he's God. In The Stuntman, he plays a man who doesn't think he's God, he knows he's God. In other words, a film director. And in the hilarious and touching My Favorite Year, he sums it all up in a rollicking performance as a great swashbuckling movie actor who's terrified of acting. He even gets to deliver the actor's mantra, dying is easy, comedy is hard. And with a golden voice that lifts, gilds, and animates ordinary words, and the light in his eye as if he'd swallowed the pale blue moon, Peter O'Toole's gift has beguiled us for 40 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter O'Toole.
Meryl Streep, members of the Academy, distinguished guests, viewers, ladies and gentlemen. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, my foot. I have my very own Oscar now to be with me till death us do part. I would wish the Academy to know that I am as delighted as I am honored, and I am honored. The magic of the movies enraptured me when I was a child. As I totter into antiquity, movie magic enraptures me still. Having already bagged this baby, as it were, and so spared uncertainties prior to the opening of an envelope, I'm able to think. I think of our colleagues, our old friends, now gone, who played their parts in this ceremony. I think of the sumptuous talent alive and well and with us now. I think of the astonishing young, the gifted and able young men and women who I meet practically every time I go to work, and from whom I grab energy in handfuls. I think of the United States and of the loves and friendships I've known here for more than half a century, and of how much the nation has given to me, both personally, privately, and professionally. I'm deeply thankful. And now, at this last, you've given me this delightful shock. You're very good. Good night, and God bless you.
And And now I'd like to introduce Cameron Diaz, who's going to give out the first award. You know, I was just thinking that if you took Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Lopez, and Halle Berry and put them all in one room, I forgot what I was saying. Here is Cameron Diaz.
It is my honor to present the first Oscar of the evening. Once upon a time, parents took their children to see animated features. Today's animation has reached such a level of sophistication that the children take their parents. Here are the nominees for the Best Animated Feature Film that delighted audiences both young and old. Ice Age, Chris Wedge. Lilo and Stitch, Chris Sanders. Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, Jeffrey Katzenberg. Spirited Away, Hayao Miyazaki. Treasure Planet, Ron Clemens. And the Oscar goes to, let's see, Spirited Away, Hayao Miyazaki. The Academy congratulates Hayao Miyazaki and accepts this on his behalf. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Nia Vardalos.
Ever since the ancient Greeks discovered cosmetics, a word my dad says they invented, by the way, every little girl tries on some of her mother's lipstick. So do many little boys. Cosmetics today are only a part of a makeup kit. Our film makeup artists rely on a variety of products to beautify or uglify as the script demands. Two stirring examples of each are present in the two films nominated for the best of their complex art. Here are the nominees for achievement in makeup. John Jackson and Beatrice de Alba for their work in the colorful tale of painter Frida Kahlo in Frida. John M. Elliott Jr. and Barbara Lorenz for their time-traveling work in the classic H.G. Wells story of The Time Machine. And the Oscar goes to John Jackson and Beatrice de Alba for Frida.
This is the first Academy Award and nomination for John Jackson and Beatrice de Alba.
Wow. Thank you to the Academy. This is indeed a mind-blowing experience.
We like it.
Thank you to Salma. None of us would have been there without you. Alfred Molina. Oh.
May your salary on the next one be bigger than the entire budget on this one.
Alfred Molina.
For being our champion.
Julie Taymor for her vision.
And her incredible ability to convey it.
Judy Chin, our department market head, who should have been up with us tonight.
Without your work, Judy, we wouldn't even be here tonight. None of us expected to be nominated or to even get all this recognition for our work.
Through all of our sweat and tears, we just wanted to give Selma her dream.
And then we fell in love.
Thank you.
welcome the star of The Matrix, Keanu Reeves.
For over 100 years, movies have taught us who we are, where we are, and who we aspire to be. In that regard, the most effective teachers have been the special effects wizards, who can make any wish come true. Look at these nominees for achievement in visual effects. Jim Riegel, Joe Letteri, Randall William Cook, and Alex Funke used a computer motion capture system to create the split personality character of Gollum and Smeagol in The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Not only could he spin a web, but Spider-Man could practically fly thanks to the sweeping visual effects created by nominees John Dykstra, Scott Stockdike, Anthony La Molinera, and John Fraser. And over in a galaxy far, far away, created by George Lucas, nominees Rob Coleman, Pablo Hellman, John Knoll, and Ben Snow built a new all-digital universe for Star Wars Episode II, Attack of the Clones. And the Oscar goes to Jim Riegel, Joe Letteri, Randall William Cook, and Alex Funke for The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
This is the first Academy Award for Joe Letteri and Alex Funke, and the second for Jim Riegel and William Randall Cook. They both won Oscars in 2001 for The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Thank you, Academy. Thank you, Peter Jackson, for directing 3 pieces of cinematic history and allowing us to be involved in it. Fran Walsh, Barry Osborne, New Line, Mark Odesky, Lauren Ritchie, Dean Wright, Libby Hazel, my family, Teresa Sarah Jackson, and Weta Digital in Wellington, New Zealand.
Thank you all for this amazing award, and thanks especially to the incredible people at Weta Digital and Weta Workshop who helped make this all possible, and thanks Abby and Sophia.
Especially our amazing animation department.
The 75th Annual Academy Awards on ABC.
Oh, it was so sweet backstage. You should see it. The Teamsters are helping Michael Moore into the trunk of his limo. Now, our next presenter is someone Our next presenter is someone I consider a close personal fantasy. Here is Academy Award winner Julia Roberts.
Wow. Hi. It is my honor tonight to present the Academy Award for Best Cinematography. I find this a personally fantastic award because I happen to know what I look like at 5 o'clock in the morning when I go to work. The nominees are Dion Beebe for Chicago, Edward Lockman for Far From Heaven, Michael Ballhaus for Gangs of New York, Pavel Edelman for The Pianist, Conrad L. Hall for Road to Perdition, and the Oscar goes to Conrad L. Hall for The Road to Perdition.
This is the third Academy Award and 10th nomination for the late Conrad L. Hall. He won an Oscar in 1999 for American Beauty and in 1969 for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Accepting on his behalf tonight is his son, Conrad W. Hall.
A couple of months ago, this industry lost one of its legends. Many of you lost a great friend and collaborator, and I lost my father. It's been said that God gives each and every one of us the gift of life, and what we do with that life is our gift back to him. I can't think of a better gift than my father. Dad, wherever you are, you will be gone, but you will never be forgotten. Thank you.
2 years ago when I hosted, there was a movie about the great American painter Jackson Pollock. And this year, there's a movie about the great Mexican painter Frida Kahlo. And I am pleased to announce that next year, I will be starring in the Sherwin-Williams story. And now here is the star and one of the producers of Frida, Salma Hayek.
Thank you. Because movies have found favor around the world, the Academy recognizes the excellence of our colleagues whose films in all languages make a community of this globe. And here are the nominees for Best Foreign Language Film of the Year. From Mexico, El Crimen del Padre Amaro, Carlos Carrera. From the People's Republic of China, Hero, Zhang Jimmo. From Finland, The Man Without a Past, Aki Kaurismäki. From Germany, Nowhere in Africa, Caroline Link. From the Netherlands, Zoz and Zo, Paula van der Oost. And the Oscar goes to Germany for Nowhere in Africa. The Academy congratulates Caroline Link and accepts this award on her behalf.
Please welcome Oscar-winning daredevil, Ben Affleck.
Of the 5 original screenplays nominated this year, some were written in a burst of creative energy, and others were gestating for periods of up to 30 years. And here are the nominees for original screenplay. Todd Haynes for Far From Heaven. Jay Cox, Steve Zalian, and Kenneth Lonergan for Gangs of New York. Nia Vardalos for My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Pedro Almodóvar for Talk to Her. Carlos Cuarón and Alfonso Cuarón for Y tu mamá también. And the Oscar goes to Pedro Almodóvar for Talk to Her.
This is the first Oscar for Pedro Almodóvar, including his nomination tonight for directing. This is his second Academy Award nomination.
Oh my God. I know that to breathe is very expensive tonight, but I have to breathe. Well, first of all, thank you to the members of the Academy for their generosity. This is, I mean, I don't know, this is really too much. And I would like to read something now. It's prohibited, but it will be very short. You know, of course I dedicate this to El Deseo, to Sony Pictures Classic, and all the people that helped me to make this movie. But I also want to dedicate this award to all the people that are raising their voices in favor of peace, respect of human rights, democracy, and international legality. All of which are essential qualities to live. This award is also to them, to the Spanish cinema, and to all you, because you are the witness of this wonderful moment of my life. Time's up. I'm sorry.
Now, this year's nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role. Kathy Bates in About Schmidt. Julianne Moore in The Hours. Queen Latifah in Chicago. Meryl Streep in Adaptation. Catherine Zeta-Jones in Chicago. And the Oscar goes to Catherine.
This is Catherine Zeta-Jones' first Academy Award and her first nomination.
Thank you so much, my Scotsman giving the Welsh girl. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. This is too, I mean, my hormones are just too way out of control for me to be dealing with this, but thank you so much, the Academy, and to be nominated with such amazing women, an amazing year for women. Thank you very much. Everyone involved in Chicago, there's so many people, Rob, Marshall, Harvey Weinstein, Craig Neal, everybody, and all the cast and crew. Everybody in Swansea, South Wales, I love you. And to my son, Dylan, who is going to be watching at home, and to my husband, who I love, and I share this award with you, along with this one too. Thank you so much.
A troubled horticulturalist, a poetic AIDS victim, a wise and ruthless gang lord, a trusting but deceived husband, and a glib and shady father. These are the 5 roles that were filled by 5 exceptional actors. Here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a supporting role. Chris Cooper in Adaptation. Ed Harris in The Hours. Paul Newman in Road to Perdition. John C. Reilly in Chicago. Christopher Walken in Catch Me If You Can. And the Oscar goes to Chris Cooper in Adaptation.
This is the first Academy Award and nomination for Chris Cooper.
take this in for 1 second. From the Academy to the womb that bore me, thank you. And to all the nominees, it's a pleasure to be thought in your same company. To all the people in adaptation who helped to make this the most enjoyable job I ever had, thank you. Charlie Kaufman, Spike Jonze, Nicolas Cage, the fabulous, beautiful, wonderful Meryl Streep. Working with this woman was like making great jazz. And you had a lot to do with this, so thank you. To my wife, Marianne, you took on all the burden. Thank you. And in light of all the troubles in this world, I wish us all peace. Thank you.
Gangs of New York, Alberto Grimaldi and Harvey Weinstein, producers. The Hours, Scott Rudin and Robert Fox, producers. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Barry M. Osborne, Fran Walsh, and Peter Jackson, producers. The Pianist, Roman Polanski, Robert Ben Moussa, and Alan Sard, producers. You're supposed to say, and the Oscar goes to.
And the winner is...
Chicago!
This is the first Academy Award and first nomination for Martin Richards.
Oh, God. My God. This has been a very long trip. And Mom and Dad, look where I'm standing. Oh my God. It started with the great Bob Fosse and an incredible score by Kendra Nebb. And then Harvey Weinstein came in with Merle Poster, and they stood by and they believed, and they just stayed with me. And here I am, and oh my God, my mind is going. It truly is going. A cast that any producer would die for. A director that was sent from heaven. A blessing. Rob Marshall. The most incredible, unbelievable, creative, and productive staff. Oh God, Richard, Renee, Catherine. I was going to end it with thank you. I was going to end it with one thing. I couldn't end it without this. To my two angels that sit on my shoulder all the time. My dear Mary Lee, and my late partner, Robert Fryer. I bless you all. I bless you all. Thanks.